When you're presenting complex information on slides, whether it be a flowchart or a diagram, you can overwhelm people with too many details. They don't know where to look. Instead, take them from the big picture to the details by having techniques to guide their attention. You do not want to have a data dump on your audience. Nobody likes that. So today I will show you 5 ways to focus attention. Wait, there's probably something better I could do even with this slide. What if instead I had my bullet points come in one at a time? Plus I have an image that looks like it could even be related to what I'm going to talk about. So the 5 ways are: number 1, to use circles or boxes; 2, to use transparent shapes; 3, to reveal the information as you talk about it; 4, to use the morph transition; or 5, to use something like a light box. So how do you have the bullets come in one at a time? It's really easy. You click on your text box so you can see the whole text box has been selected. You go up to animations, and then I'm just going to click on appear. And you can see now they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so they're going to come in order. If for some reason it doesn't, you can always go to Effect Options and choose by paragraph. So easy peasy. Here's a chart that we will use just to go through these different techniques. It's a chart on charts, different ways to show data. First, using circles or boxes. This is pretty easy. Just draw a shape around what you want to show. And if you want to make it very easy, just simply duplicate the slide and move the shape to another place on the slide. That way you will need one slide for every place you're going to highlight. Another way to do it is to use animations, where you have all of your boxes on one slide. You can animate more than bullets. So we could use this chart with all of the boxes on it and have them come in as animations. It's a little more complex than just having one box on a slide. So what I will do is I'm going to add animations. I'm going to have it appear, and I'm going to do that for each of the boxes. Appear, appear, and appear. So now they will all come in as I click. And you can see your animation pane on the side if you click on animation pane, and then you can see that it will be on click for each of those rectangles. But if I want only one rectangle to show at a time, I am going to have the rectangle disappear when the next one shows up. So now I'm going to add an animation for an exit effect for each of them. So I'm going to add a disappear, and then I'm going to click on this one and add a disappear. And I will click on this one and add a disappear. And the last one also disappear. Add animation, disappear. Now the problem is they are not going to disappear the way I want them to, so I have to move them around. So when I have my number 2 rectangle actually appear, I want this number 1 rectangle to disappear. So I can see the disappears animation number 5. So I'm going to move that up to when I click on animation number 2, I will have this also start with that to disappear when this rectangle shows up. So I now have this rectangle appearing at the same time this one will be disappearing. And I have to do that for each of them. So I will go ahead and move things so they will work correctly. And I'm going to have that one disappear with the previous, and this one will also disappear with the previous. So it will look very similar to the people who are in the audience. They really won't know whether you've done it one way or the other unless you send them your slides. So here I just have an animation with the boxes coming in and out one at a time. Up next, using transparent shapes. Very similar idea, except you simply have a transparency applied to the shape, and then you can focus the attention using the transparent shape. You can also use reveals. Now in this case, I actually used white boxes, since this was a white slide, to cover up the information. And then as I click, the boxes will disappear as a way to also focus attention. Then there is the Morph Transition. This is really cool. If you've ever seen Prezi, it reminds me of Prezi. So here's the chart, and here's an example of what it could look like. So you can see it's kind of moving in, moving around, and you can look at different parts of the chart. So this is very simple to do. You simply duplicate your slide and you crop or move things, and then you apply the Morph Transition. That is in the Transitions tab, then apply Morph. You might want to play with this one a little bit, but I think it's pretty fun. And then you simply repeat the process for different parts of the slide that you want to highlight. The last way is the light box method. And this will look just like this, where you have the whole slide covered up. It could be, I have a transparent shape here, and you could have it completely blocked out if you wanted to. And then I added another shape and used combine shapes in order to get the area that's not covered up. To create a light box technique, you're going to cover the whole slide with a shape, a rectangle. And then you're going to cover the part of the slide you want to reveal with another rectangle. So here I will do that. I am going to insert a shape, and we'll use this, and I'll just cover up the whole thing with this shape. And I have it already, well, actually, I don't have it already. I am going to format my shape to have it be transparent. So let's do about, maybe about 15% transparent. And then I'm going to insert another shape, which will be another box just over the part that I want to reveal. So I'm going to insert this box right here, and I'm going to make this a little transparent so I can see it a little bit. Okay, we'll make this a lot more transparent. I just need to be able to see a little bit here. Okay, so we're going to say that's going to be our box that we're going to reveal. And then what's really cool is if you select this box and select that box and go over here to merge shapes and select combine, voila, you will have sort of a light box look. So don't do a data dump anymore on your audience. Instead, take the big picture to the details by using techniques to guide the audience's attention.